Cheerio, bonjour, hello, howdy, hey. So if you were here last night for the live stream with David tasting the Thrive, we had a fabulous time. I apologize, I didn't clean myself up. I'm just a hero delivering the mail. However, I'm here to talk about our favorite luggage consultant. I know many of you are not as into this case as I am, but I am fascinated. Her sentencing is going to be awesome, and I almost am thinking about going to Florida for it. My daughter, the daughter with penis, lived down there. And so when this case was a year ago or so, I was 100% planning on going. My daughter was 50 miles from the courthouse, but she keeps continuing it. Anyway, so here we are. This letter was mailed March 22nd, 2023. So we all know that if you get in trouble, your attorney tells you, do not speak about your case over the jail phones. Don't write letters about it. For those of you who still enjoy Michael Dunn, which, my goodness, I apologize, I'm a little gassy. I'm still fascinated with Michael Dunn. I mean, he was screwed anyway. You shoot into a car full of kids and they haven't done anything to you, you're going to be convicted. But then when you write letters that are opposite of what you told the police, well, that just hurts you even worse. And our girl, Sarah, who has beautiful penmanship, by the way, is just stupid. I guarantee 5 or 8 of these letters are going to be brought into court, and the prosecution doesn't even need it. Why? Because she chose herself. She chose to videotape herself murdering George. George, you all notice that, oh, here's Oscar. He's got his Spider-Man ball right here trying to play. Oscar, honey, we're making a video. No, he's trying to play. Okay, I'll try to get it out of his mouth. Sarah didn't care. She's too arrogant. She not only videotaped herself murdering, she rarely said George's name. Do you all notice that? And every time she refers to it as he or him, proper pronouns, but she doesn't say his name. She's more concerned about getting that stinking cigarette and Dr. Pepper. Again, her sentencing going to be awesome. So this is March 22nd. Today is April something. 18th. So this was 2.5 weeks ago. She does know her case number. I wonder if the case number is, 4, 8, 15 digits. Do you think she has that memorized? Probably. Okay. This is to Mr. Bankowitz. Mr. Bankowitz is her attorney. This man appears to be 80 years old. He's probably 62. But he's on one of those rolling walker things. And when I saw him in her court appearance recently, I laughed out loud. This dude tried to be removed from the case, and the judge said, no, no, no. We've already had 6 attorneys refuse to defend her. Number 7 is the charm. The reason these guys don't want to defend her is her whole thing is battered spouse. Well, she wasn't a battered spouse. Her ex-husband, Brian, told police that day. Look at this. This is David. David, I'm making a video right now.
What?
I'm making a video right now with your fans.
Okay. I just have one trivia question for you.
Okay.
Who was the first quarterback or the first NFL player to be inducted in the Hall of Fame?
I don't have the slightest idea, and that's a great question. So tell me.
You want to know who it was?
Well, yes.
Okay. It was Sammy Ball.
Was it really?
Washington Commanders, yes.
And do you know that Sammy Ball played offense and defense?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Do you know how to spell his last name?
B-A... No. B-O-U-G-H.
Very good. Well done, well done. Okay, well, say hello to all your fans.
Hi.
Okay, Slick, that's very cool. Yeah, Sammy Ball was a great player, and we should watch some video of him. Okay, Slick, let me go so I can get back to my video.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. How cool is that kid? He and I have a very, very nice relationship. We're both big sports people, and that helps. Anyway, what the hell was I even talking about? She's had 6 attorneys drop out. Bankowitz, number 7, tried to drop out, and the judge said, no, 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 no. And on a side note, Bankowitz is actually doing a death penalty case right now. So, do you think he has much time for Sarah Boone? No. Anyway, okay. These letters will be brought in. This woman, besides Prince Harry's wife, could be the most obnoxious, narcissist, self-absorbed person I've ever heard of. But then Johnny Depp married some crazy chick like that as well. Okay. Mr. Bankowitz, this is 2.5 weeks ago. This is my 3rd letter trying to reach you over another almost 6-week period now. The same 2, and she also wrote 2, phone numbers you've given me still, underlined, do not work. The one number, your personal cell, goes to voicemail directly and doesn't even ring. I've had this number since you personally gave it back to me in July 2022. In July 2022, she'd been in prison for 2 years and 4 months. That's when he was appointed. That's what she's saying. The phone number is still not working 8 months later. The other number rings and rings and rings until it automatically disconnects me. Not working either. Okay, well, that's what automatically disconnects me. Man, this chick could possibly be dumber than a bag of rocks. Really. The thing is, she thinks she's very smart. Because she uses the word non-compos mentis, she thinks she's freaking brilliant. And she's not. I mean, she's dumb. She's not able to even write a sentence properly. It's embarrassing. Okay. And then in all caps, please activate. This is also the number you continually tells me just needs to be activated. I even, in my desperation, no commas there, to speak with you, had an outside caller try to reach you on my behalf, who tried calling your office three times over the last almost 3 weeks, leaving a voicemail each time with no reply. So Sarah does have a friend or an acquaintance who's doing some work for her. You guys know we offered to help her with clothing, a hairdo, and an attorney. And she took our letter and wrote return to sender. But I said, look, Slick's the little kid, but that's how I feel about her now. You're going to have to take responsibility. We'll help you out, but you have to own it. And I got the big return to sender. Anyway, the point is, so she has someone out in the world, in the free world, helping her out. I'm shocked because she's not a nice person and she's a drunk. She doesn't care about other people. Okay. We are both, she and her friend, hoping you are able to reply to her email she sent today as another form of trying to communicate with you. My goodness. Sarah, if you saw this letter, you'd want her to go back to grammar school. My goodness. I've exhausted my resources. Well, what resources? And am again, underlined, just sitting here waiting for you to contact me in whatever way you are able and as soon as possible, please. Time-sensitive manners are at hand, as I have made you aware of previously, verbally, and in my letters. A terrible freaking sentence. I know you have attempted to schedule the minimum 15-minute video calls, 2 in parentheses, within the last week. The first having technical difficulties and canceled. And then the second was a no-show. What it seems to be is every time on your end, whatever the disconnect is. I mean, what kind of sentence is this? Oh my, this woman's dumber than a bag of rocks. Totally. Hey, if you're going to murder someone, the very last thing you do is take your phone, pick it up, and videotape yourself murdering them. Meredith, that's my name. Don't wear it out. She's a CU in Toledo. Anyway, she's just dumb as rocks. I am extremely frustrated and worried not being able to communicate with you, even just sometimes, especially when there are very important, pressing discussions needing to be had already, underlined, but have not from no means of successful communication. I read every word perfectly there. That's just how stupid this woman is. She is unable to even write a sentence. A third grader is smarter. Okay. Mr. Bankowitz, why do the phone numbers, 2, still not work you've given me over 8 months ago, and you keep telling me to call? Neither work and have yet to be answered. Okay, well, Sarah, you just asked him that in the previous paragraph, so maybe you're repeating yourself. Here she's going to repeat herself again. This is all underlined. Why are you not responding to any of my letters? 3 so far this year. Well, Sarah, because he thinks you're a psycho. He's not able to defend you with a good conscience. In her hearing recently, where they had the trial date moved, the trial's now July 23rd or something. Bankowitz, the attorney, told the judge, I'm unable to find a professional that will work for the state rate. That's not true. He's unable to find a professional who will lie and say she was a battered spouse. Sarah spent the entire time, remember when she's talking to police because she's smarter than the cops are, telling them, we had a great day. Our day was great. Okay, well, if your day was great, then why did you leave him begging for his life in the suitcase? I mean, that's just how stupid her sentencing is going to be awesome. Okay. Why are you unable to correctly set up a video call if you are even on the call? Well, Sarah, the man is 80 years old. He needs a push walker to walk around. He's 100 pounds overweight. He's not in the best of health. He's also doing a death penalty case right now. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with it. This is a dude who begged the judge to let him off the case, but the judge had to say no because he'd let the 6 previous other attorneys off. Okay, back to Sarah. Please know, even though I am temporarily an inmate and incarcerated, temporarily. You're correct, Sarah. Let's see. What do you have? 22 years left, right? She's going to get 25 years to life. No doubt. You videotape your crime. That's what happens. Okay. I do have a schedule with classes, dorm trustee duties, and medical appointments, which I have to be excused from for nothing. All caps. Please fix the connection problem. Remember, she's only temporarily incarcerated, but her trustee duties are important, and I appreciate that they've allowed her to be a trustee. So I guess when you're a trustee, you get a little bit more freedom around the jail. Personally, I've never been in that situation. Remember, too, please, I am just back to the starting line. Barely. This cracks me up. Her arrogance is comical. With you as my attorney, and I have yet to be able to speak to you on the phone. I am genuinely concerned with the numerous, quote-unquote, promises you have made, and even suggested yourself that will or can be done, but they do not yet. I need your help, and you have graciously offered to. But when? Please. Sweetheart, you're going down. You're going down. That's all it is. My pretrial conference, it's a PTC, okay? Her PTC, I found out is now March 31, which you said previously, for whatever the reason, I am unable to attend any PTC conferences. How am I supposed to know what's going on and what you were reporting and what is being discussed. Sentence structure. Hello. Between all other parties, all in caps, except me. This is all in caps. The main component in my case. I guess she's the main component. No, sunshine. The videotape that you made where you murdered George, that is the main component. Especially if we, in a still unestablished attorney-client relationship, are not in regular or proper communication with one another. Man, goodness, this chick is dumb. I mean, third grade dumb. All caps. Why can I not be in attendance and participate in my pretrial conference? Now, she's not yelling anymore. How else am I to be kept updated and in real time and actual minutes during the conference, if not there myself? I have no way of knowing anything, all caps, if not updated by you, my attorney. And I do not have a computer to use myself. Really? That surprises me. I mean, if you're an inmate in Orange County Jail, you don't have an iPad. How are you supposed to play solitaire and golf clash? You know what? We need to take better care of our inmates. Help me understand, please. This is funny. How can court TV, different news channels, and even professional YouTubers, me, she's talking about me, she brought me up in her letter, attend my pretrial conference, and I cannot? Excuse me. How? I'm sure one of the other parties can help me with updates, since they will all be in attendance for me also. What? Should you be unable to provide? Why can I not be included in the PTC for my case? I'm guessing now this girl skipped third grade, and so she missed all the whole how to write a sentence thing. Goodness. Dumb as rocks. I'm sure also everything from the conference, collected from everyone else, will be vomited all over the internet, just like everything else has been. And then she writes this, non-permissively. No, sweetheart. Once you're in custody, everything you do, the public has a right. Free. First Amendment. It's all open. I apologize. Allergies are kicking my butt out here. Okay, back to the non-permissively. And can add even more dysfunction and ignorance to my prejudgment already made by the world in the great court of public opinion. I would like to be a part of all of this, seeing as it all pertains to me. Please, it is my right. Sweetheart Sarah, I know you're not going to see this because you don't have access to the internet, and you won't for another 23 more years. You chose to videotape yourself murdering him. You made that choice. Had you not done that, you probably wouldn't be in jail. They may have tried to charge her with manslaughter, but I don't know that they would have had a case because they know nothing. But she chose to record it. So many questions, concerns, piling and piling up from not being able to remedy or complete from no communication. Doesn't really make sense. Please change, answer, fix, or present. Please. Hey, Sarah, don't be such a bitch. Everything you have given me to complete has been done on top of everything else I am dealing with. But what else are you dealing with? In the 28 days prior to you murdering George, you had custody of your son 3 nights. 3 nights. You didn't have a job. So what else are you dealing with, you dumb wench? Okay. Everything else I'm dealing with. Keeping at bay and really trying to figure out by myself, since you are unable to, comma, even just by answering the phone once. Oh my goodness. Let's hope she gets some grammar classes and how to write a sentence once she goes to prison. My goodness. I don't know what else to say that is not already many times. I'm going to read that again. These are exact words. I don't know what else to say that has not already, comma, many times. Period. Am I proving my point about our sentence structure? I am still here. Of course you are. Still waiting, still hoping. 3 years later and counting. With you, Mr. Bankowitz. 8 months and counting. Ready whenever you are. Trying my best always and thanking you in advance. So you notice that she gets pissy and writes almost threats. But then she'll come right back and say, but I'm ready. I've got everything you want. What a see you in Toledo. Okay, this letter was just written 1 week ago. It only says to whom it may be concerned, but I believe it appears she wrote it to the clerk of the court, Circuit Court, Orange County. The letter was referred to the judge. Okay, to whom it may concern. The enclosed letter I sent, the one I just read, was scanned incorrectly on the clerk's website. Only the first and third page. Okay, well, they fixed it because I received the whole letter on the site. So I am responding with nothing on the backs to avoid confusion and were missed previously. Dumb as rocks. I also received a copy of my copied letter today with only the same 2 pages included. Are my letters even being read? Yes, sweetheart. We're all reading them online and making fun of you. I wrote 4, but only 2 were copied, uploaded, and mailed. Clerical error? An update while already contacting you. Okay, here's our updates. Oh my goodness, it's making me sick to my stomach. I need some Thrive. Oh, I can make it through the Sarah Boone trial because of Thrive. I'm super excited. These are bullet points. Mr. Bankowitz has not met with me personally, face to face. Ongoing now, 2 months, 8 more weeks. I'm surprised she doesn't have the hours and minutes. Second bullet point. The 2 phone numbers given still do not work. Or his office phone answered when someone trying on the outside. Oh my God. I mean, I almost need to be zipped in a suitcase to get through these stinking letters. This woman is stupid. Judge Wooten, this is all in caps and it's all underlined. Judge Wooten, can you please have Mr. Bankowitz fix the phone problem? No, Judge Wooten doesn't care. He asked me for information, some critical and time sensitive, which I completely expeditiously for him. Expeditiously what? Stupid. If you are 45 years old and you're not able to write a sentence, you deserve to be in the Orange County Jail. My goodness. But then have no way to relay successfully, in turn hindering progress and creating even more to discuss in a 15-minute video visit when he does actually schedule it. When he does actually schedule and it work. Her letters. Even PDs. It's a PD. Probation officer would be a PO. Maybe it's police department. Even PDs answer their calls, and I have yet to be able to speak to my court-appointed attorney on 2 phone numbers for 9 months. She is mad that the attorney that you, me, VG, Brian, Maria, Ashley, the attorney that all of us are paying for, she's mad that he's not answering the phone. Okay, new bullet point. July 11, 2023 is my 1-year mark. Another milestone on here. I love it. With Mr. Bankowitz as my attorney. It is also my next pretrial conference. Will I be able to attend and be included as I was previously at the last? Thank you. Question mark. She's so sweet, isn't she? I'm surprised they're not just letting her go. I mean, she's dumb as rocks, But she's so kind and compassionate, right? That's her name. Don't wear it out. Please also include me in the status hearing you mentioned to the court during the last conference, which is supposed to happen sometime prior to the next pretrial conference. Okay, this is all new paragraph. She's done with her bullet points. I'm still waiting patiently and respectfully. You ready for this? 6,480 hours later. Okay, Sarah, what are you supposed to be doing? You're locked up. You don't have a choice. Let's hope they didn't put her in one of those little tiny holding cells. Because George was in that little suitcase. But her being in that holding cell, it's a lot worse, right? Waiting for him to contact me and hoping just one of his phone numbers will finally work so we can pick up speed to provide significant progress in the upcoming meeting. My goodness, that was 7 sentences in one. Thank you for reading my entire letter. She doesn't know he did. And uploading correctly for all the world to read also. Critique and judge wrongly and incorrectly as usual. Ignorance is bliss. She actually wrote those words. Ignorance is bliss. I wonder what platform of popularity I will be featured on next, and how much wasted time, effort, and thought will be put into the mutating and grossly exaggerating my case information racketeered to the World Wide Web. Shaking my head. Run with it. Holy goodness. That was difficult to read that entire sentence. I wonder, too, if I have a panel of letter readers dedicated to all the ones I've written. Enjoy. There's more to come. Good, girlfriend. Put yourself more in the ground. Every one of these letters hurts her. That's how stupid this girl is. And then she wrote, shout out to my supporters, and a happy face. Everyone is waiting. Not on me. Hopeful no matter what. I don't really know what happened, but I've linked it together. My final thing is I found this interesting. So Sarah was able to call Brian, I believe, so she murdered George Sunday night, found him dead Monday. But I believe the previous Thursday, she called Brian and had him transfer money because her bank account was overdrawn. She was still relying on Brian as her husband. Who was the first person she called? She called Brian. Brian, who was supporting both of these two drunken fools. However, this was something I felt like had Brian stopped enabling her, maybe she wouldn't have gotten herself in this situation. And she knew she had that life ring in Brian. But on, where is it? 31 August. She was arrested February 24th. But on the 31st of August in the same year, 2020, just a few months later, the judge told Tealwood Park Apartments that they now legally owned all of her belongings. Everything that was inside of that little townhouse thing. Well, that makes me happy because I wondered about that. Was Brian going to go pack her stuff up? You know, who went and got her car from the courthouse? She went into that interrogation on Tuesday. She was arrested, and her car is sitting in the parking lot. Remember, she's got her medicine in the car. She's all freaked out. But it looks like Brian didn't do that. So good. Brian, let her go. It's time for Sarah. She's now 45. She was 42 when this happened. It's time to take responsibility for yourself and see what happens. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You're still watching right now. I'm humbled. I'm shocked. Thank you. Hook me up. Hit like. Hit subscribe. Take care of you. Say your prayers tonight. And God bless this America.